Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to clean piercings as well as sort of stretched ear aftercare and just general keeping your piercings clean. Just as a little side note, I am ill again so if I sound a little bit more manly than usual, it is because I've got a very sore throat and I've got very sore sinuses, so yeah, if I sound a little bit different, that'll be why. If you'd like to see more of me, obviously hit that subscribe button down below and let's get started. So I'm going to start off with how I clean my piercings. It is currently, I think, about 10 o'clock in the morning and I've been a bit lazy and I haven't actually got around to cleaning them this morning, but I do clean my piercings every day. Obviously I'll clean them if I have a shower in more depth, but generally just to keep any sort of dead skin cells or any sort of yicky stuff at bay, I just clean them every day just to be sure. As I have quite a lot, I have 8 piercings on each ear. Obviously it's quite a bit of upkeep, so I do like to make sure that they're clean, because if one gets infected, my whole ear is infected. So just for cleaning solution, I just use the Superdrug saline solution. I get the big bottle because with this many piercings I seem to go through a lot of it. And then I have this little acrylic Q-tip holder from Primark, and this keeps obviously all of my Q-tips in it. And all I do is I take a little Q-tip and put some saline solution on it until it's not soaking but very damp, and then obviously I just like work my way round. If you guys are squeamish and do not like Q-tips or people touching their piercings or ears or noses or anything with Q-tips, then this video is probably not for you. But yeah, I just go round. Obviously when you first start having piercings, I'd recommend using a mirror, but as I've had all of these piercings now for coming up 3-4 years, I kind of know all the nooks and crannies that I need to get into, so that I would class that as clean. And instead of using the other side of the Q-tip just to save hygiene and cross-contamination, I'll then take another fresh Q-tip and do the exact same on the other side and just clean around. The reason I use Q-tips, and I know some people don't like using Q-tips, I personally find that they fit in the gaps in between some of my piercings. For example, my forward helix is quite a small space for quite a few piercings, and to try and get a baby wipe or a cotton bud in there is just, it's not happening. So I do like to use Q-tips. I, however, don't use Q-tips to clean out my actual eardrum. I do not believe in that because that's how they get stuck. And I just have a good old clean, especially my industrial, because that is the one that still flares up time and time again. No idea why. I've changed the bar, I've changed everything, but apparently that guy is not healing anytime soon. So I'll just give it a good old clean, and that's that. Obviously as well, before you clean any of your piercings, whether it's stretched ears, ear piercings, nose piercings, belly piercings, nipple piercings, whatever piercing you have, I recommend you always sanitize or wash your hands, or if you're a clean freak like me, do both. I wash my hands with warm soapy water, and then I will use this hand gel that I got from work. It's just an easy way to, well, obviously keep your hands clean. If you have any sort of bacteria or dirt on your hands, it saves it going into any fresh piercing that is prone to infection, or any old piercings like mine that can still get infected if you get the wrong kind of bacteria in it. So clean hands always before you touch any piercings. And then once I'm finished cleaning all my piercings, obviously it gives them a bit of a move around, so I just go around my ears and make sure they're all in the right position again, because some of them do like to poke out and then they get caught on hairbrushes and then they get ripped out, and that's something I'm not down for. Okay, I'm happy with that. As you can see, even with the amount of piercings I have, it doesn't take long to clean them, so to be honest, I don't see an excuse for people that only have 1 or 2 and don't clean them and then complain that they go manky. It takes 5 minutes out of your life, and if you're going to commit to having piercings, I think you should at least know how to clean them properly and clean them consistently. So I'm moving on to what I would class as a more complex cleaning regime, which is obviously my stretched ears. At the moment I have them at a 12mm. I have no idea what that is in gauges. I think is what is used in America, but they are 12mm in size. I have recently changed them. I have previously had glass plugs in during my videos with sort of gold sparkles, but they were just getting a little bit heavy. I was over wearing them, I needed to change. So at the moment I've got these black silicone sort of squidgy tunnels in, which means you can see all the way through them. So apologies if you don't like holes, because I know people have phobia of holes, bless you. But yeah, it means you can see straight through them. They're squidgy, so I can, if I'm obviously sleeping, they sort of squidge with my ears, which is always really helpful. Again, if you're going to even just change the jewellery, let alone clean your stretched ears, again, hand sanitizer, wash your hands, just be clean, okay? It's not hard. I usually do, again, same as my piercings, a more in-depth cleaning regime when I'm in the shower. I take my tunnels or my plugs out, whichever I've got in, out when I'm washing my hair, and it means that the soap and conditioner from my hair kind of runs over my ears anyway. And then once I'm out of the shower, I just take a cotton bud or a makeup remover pad of some kind. I run it under warm, lukewarm water with no soap, and I just gently sort of massage my lobes. It just means that all the dead skin cells are gone, any gunk or any sweat, because if you have stretched ears, you'll know our ears get sweaty on the inside. They can smell if you don't clean them, and honestly, I've worked in care and still to this day, sweaty stretched ears are definitely the worst smell I've ever smelled. So I gently massage them just to make sure they're definitely clean, no dead skin cells that can build up on my plugs and smell. And then afterwards, I just like to moisturise them. I use the Gauge Gear 100% natural stretching balm. As far as I know, it's vegetarian but not vegan because it does contain beeswax. It contains almond oil, jojoba oil, seed oil, beeswax, germ oil, tea tree oil, just a lot of oils just to moisturise. You probably won't be able to see, but I'm halfway through a pot, and this is my second pot since having stretched ears. And all you do with clean hands is rub your finger into it until you think you've got a suitable amount. If you're squeamish, don't look, but I like to just take my stretchers out like so. I put them somewhere safe, obviously, and then I just take it and massage the oil into my naked lobes that currently look like bumholes. They're not a very pretty sight, hence why I'm not against people walking around with naked lobes, but personally for me, I just don't think they're pretty. I like to keep them moisturised so they don't obviously split or have a blowout of any kind. I have had a blowout, so if you'd like a story time on that, I can do it. It's pretty disgusting and it's definitely a squeamish one. And whilst I'm massaging my ears, I usually take my tunnels or plugs to the bathroom and run these under hot water as well, just to, you know, if there is any dead skin cells, which even after a day or 2 days, it does have a little bit of residue on it. Luckily I cleaned these just before I went to bed last night, so there is no residue on there. And then I just scrunch my tunnels back up, open my ear up and pop them back in. The only thing I will say about silicone tunnels is they are a bit fiddly to get back in if your ear is not that stretchy. That's how I do that one. And then obviously I'll repeat that for the second side with the same stretching balm. I would like to find a different stretching balm. If any of you guys can recommend any, please put it down in the comments down below, because I feel like this one can be slightly too greasy. It's really good if you're using it for stretching your ears, i.e. you're using this as a lubricant when you're putting the tapers in to size up. But I feel like when you're using this as a moisturiser for your ears, it tends to obviously be lubricating. So my plugs, if they're not silicone, will just slip out and I will not even notice. So there have been quite a few times where my plugs or tunnels have fallen out in my sleep, and then I've had to re-stretch my ear the next morning because it's just obviously fallen out. So if you guys out there have got any recommendations on a different stretching balm, then definitely send me them in the comments. And just in general, that's how you clean your ears. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, if you'd like to see more of me, hit that subscribe button down below and hit me with a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more piercing videos from me, leave me a comment down below and I'll see you next time.